Hey everybody, 2 days in a row, can you believe it? Well, this is not going to be a pretty video. This is going to be a rant video about HP computers and their support. I have been livid this evening of how they've done me over the since March. I would not advise anybody to buy any kind of product from HP. Their support sucks. It absolutely does. It is the worst computer company I have ever in my life dealt with. I bought a new computer last October, and it's a good computer. It has 16 gigs of RAM, and I mean, all the bells and whistles. I paid a fortune for it. Well, about March, I started having problems connecting to the internet. So, the cable company upped our internet connection, our speed, and they sent us a new cable modem, and it didn't help it. Now, I bought a new router, and it didn't help it. And, there were days I wouldn't have any problems out of it. And then some days I would wait forever for a browser window to open up. And it was so frustrating trying to do anything with browser windows. I would wait there and wait there and wait there for a stupid browser window to open up. And I knew what it was. I was having connectivity problems. And it was my wireless card, which my son told me that this computer I have is the wireless card is directly integrated into the motherboard. Or I would take the computer to go get a new wireless card. So anyway, so I called him. I finally just got tired of it. I called him. Well, what it was, I went onto their site, put my information in on what kind of computer I had and all that, and they hooked me up with a online chat with somebody. Well, I talked to 4 people that day. I chatted with 4 people that day, and I was getting disconnected. You know what I mean? And finally, the 3rd person I talked to, and of course, I had to explain everything all over again to them. Well, he told me, it sounds like you have a wireless card problem. I said, yes, that's exactly what I think it is. And so he was taking down my information to send me a shipping label to put on this computer so I could have it shipped back to them, and they can replace the video card or whatever they had to do to it. But you know what happened? We got cut off right in the middle of it. So, honey, I tried again. I was online with him for 4 hours. And the lady I talked to next she told me that I would have to wipe my entire computer. I said, but it was already determined with the last representative I talked to that I have a wireless card problem. She said, well, we can't help you. You're going to have to wipe your entire computer to factory settings. And then if it doesn't work, we'll try to help you. Well, who wants to wipe their computer? I mean, come on. You've got all kinds of information on there, and, it's just a pain in the ass to have to do that. And you got to back up your computer, which, okay. I have an external hard drive, so I backed up the computer. Now, this has been about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Maybe a little bit long, about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Not long ago. And I backed my computer up. And just like I said, some days it's good and some days it's just horrible. I even have to deal with this computer. Well, the last couple weeks, I've had terrible problems. It's like it just drops offline. And you have to go in and reconnect. And it will do that 100 times a day. So I told James, I said, I am sick and tired of this. So I get in there and try to put, restore my computer to factory settings. Well, when I try to do that, they say, well, you need to put your Windows disk in there. Well, I don't have a Windows disk. So what do? I go to HP.com and try to get on support. And when I do, and I put my computer name and the model number and all, it comes up and says this computer is no longer supported. That I will have to go onto online forums and try to figure it out. There's no place on there that has a phone number. Nothing. And I said, my computer is like 10 months old. Brand new computer. So I go on Google and I find a number that I can call them. Well, I call the number and it connects me to New Delhi, India. Well, you know, they do that remote session with you, and every one of them that I talked to did that. But this guy, he used the remote session software I had never heard of. It looked like it was a foreign name, and I'd never heard of it. Well, he comes back and he tells me that I have corrupt software, that there's nothing wrong with the hardware on my computer. And I know it's a lie. I know it is. And I said, what do you mean I have corrupt software? He said, well, ma'am, you're going to have to buy software technical support, and it's going to cost you $120 a year and $300 and something every 3 years. And I said, you've got to be kidding. Now, I talked to him on the phone. What happened was, he connected to my computer, and then, he called me on the phone. He asked me for my phone number. And I said, you have got to be kidding me. And he goes on my computer and he shows me something and says, this right here is your browser has been hijacked and it has affected your software. And he took me to Wikipedia, and I told him, I said, well, everything that this website is telling me happens to your computer when you have this malware, whatever it is, on your computer. Mine's not doing that. I have no problems with that. I have no problems with unwanted ads. I have no problems when I bring up a browser that it hijacks that browser and takes me to another, what their website is. I said, it's never happened to my computer. He said, well, I've showed you where you've got problems with your software, and the only way I can help you is if you buy that software technical support today. And I told him, I said, well, I think you're a scammer. I said, I think you're scamming me. I said, I have never heard of that in my life. And I said, I am not a novice on my computer. I said, I've been on computers for almost 20 years. And I said, so the last lady I talked to from your company, she wanted me to wipe my computer. I said, so if I wipe this computer to factory settings, will that fix the problem? No, ma'am, it will not. You have problems with your software. I said, you mean to tell me, I said that I have problems with, have a problem with the factory setting software? Yes, ma'am. I said, well, I said, I'm not saying you're a liar. I said, but I think this is a scam, and I said, I am very upset, and I said, I am going to contact HP. I said, I will make a video about this. I will tell people on Facebook. I said, you have got me upset. And I said, because I don't think you're telling me the truth. He said, well, I'm sorry, ma'am. That's all I can do for you. Oh, it infuriated me. I was livid. I was crying. I got off the phone, and I said, well, I told him, I said, well, I'm going to contact my son. I said, he's got a degree in computer science. I said, he's worked with computers for 25 years. I said, he developed software for the government. I said, he will know whether or not you're trying to scam me. He said, all right. So I call my son Joshua. He gets on there with his remote thing, and he said, Mom, he said, I think they're trying to scam you. He said, he said, your virus, he said, viruses, I told him, I said, I had McCaffrey, I told that computer support guy from HP, and it was all up to date. And I said, you think, I said, I paid a fortune for this computer, plus I paid $70 a year for McCaffrey. And I said, I hate the virus protection because it just really loads up your computer with a bunch of junk. But it seems like it's a necessary evil. So, I did the right thing. I tried to keep my computer updated with the software and the virus protection and everything. And Joshua asked me, he went in there and said, well, your virus protection is up to date. And he said, you're not having the problems that he said you would have. And what it was is his girlfriend was coming over, and but what he did was he went and bought me a wireless, an external wireless card. And he said, Mom, when that comes in, call me. And he said, if it works better, then it's your wireless card. And I felt better. He said, Mom, this guy told me on HP support that, I had registry problems. He said, Mom, all computers have registry problems. He said, I don't care if you went in there and cleaned your register up, and you could see if it had problems, and it would still have problems. He said, it's just such a scam, and, well, I trust him more than I trust anybody. But anyway, I tell you what. Don't buy anything from HP. Their support sucks. It is a shame that after 10 months they don't support my computer anymore. It's a shame they tried to make me buy $120 a year worth of technical software support. That's ridiculous. It's a shame that, they're telling me if I wiped my computer it still wouldn't fix it. There's just something fishy about it. And I went online and there's things that you can get for free to take care of this problem if you've got that problem. But I don't have that problem. I have a wireless problem. And it's plain and simple. HP does not want to take my computer back and fix it. It's plain as simple as that. But I feel better now. I know, I'm not, in HP, I've bought several products from them. I've bought printers from them. I've bought a desktop computer from them. And I've also got another laptop computer from them that James uses. It's 5 years old, and it doesn't have one bit of problem connected and staying connected. And he can go to browser pages and it'll go click, click, click. It doesn't take a second for that browser window to come open. But mine, I can sit here for minutes and minutes and wait for that little thing down the top. Just keeps on going round and round. But anyway, I wanted to get on here and tell you about HP. I wanted to rant a little bit about their support, which is a joke. It is a total joke. Don't buy anything from HP. It's a miserable company. And I'm not done with them. I'm going to write the corporation. I've already put it on Twitter. I put it on Facebook. Now I'm making a video. And I am going to write the people at the company, the whatever, and tell them exactly what I think about them. So I hope I wasn't too not nice with you. This is Melissa, ranting and raving from up in the holler. Bye, everybody.